Hi, my name is John, and this is Truth Tuesday. Sometimes all we can do is ask the question, why? Why is my life turning out the way it is? Why are the relationships that I have not working? Why did I have to lose this person? Why is my marriage failing right in front of me? Why can I not seem to get the job that I need? Why are my finances never in order? Why is my life the way it is? And those questions are hard to answer. And oftentimes we try to answer those questions ourselves. We try to ask those to other people. Sometimes we just ask those questions just to finally ask a question. Because we want to just ask why in the midst of hard times. But the truth is that God wants you to come to Him when you have questions in hard times. And there was a prophet in the Bible who had this same exact thing happen to him, where he just wanted to ask the question why. You see, the prophets back then, they wanted to speak to the people for God. That was a prophet's job. A prophet's job was to go to God, gather the information, and then go to the people. But this prophet, named Habakkuk, he did things a little different. He spoke to God on behalf of the people. So he would go to the people and say, okay, that's good information, okay, all right, I'm going to go to God. Instead of going to God and saying, okay, I'll go tell the people, he went to the people and said, okay, I'll go tell God. And in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3, this is what he says. He says, Lord, how long do I have to call out for help? Why don't you listen to me? How long must I keep telling you that things are terrible? Why don't you save us? Why do you make me watch while people treat others so unfairly? Why do you put up with the wrong things that they are doing? I have to look at death. People are harming others. They are wrong, arguing and fighting all the time. You see, God would rather you do what Habakkuk did. God would rather you go to Him when you have the question, why? And sometimes when we ask that question, we're not always the most formal. Sometimes when we ask that question, we have some anger, we have some hurt. But God would rather you go to Him when those questions come. Sometimes we live in a culture that says, just get over it, act like it's okay, it's no big deal, your feelings aren't that important. But to God, every feeling you feel is important. To God, everything that goes on in your life is important. Because He loves you. He wants to take care of you. And He wants you to live your life for Him. So whatever you feel, the best thing to do is not to act like it's okay. That's the wrong thing to do. To just act like, okay, it's okay, I don't need to go to God, I'll get over this myself. No, the right thing to do when you have hard times, when you have hard feelings, is to go to God. Express those feelings to Him. Ask Him the questions why. And get all of those feelings out on the table. Because that's what Habakkuk did. And God actually replies to Habakkuk. In chapter 1, verse 5, the Lord replies, look at the nations. Watch them. Be totally amazed at what you see. I am going to do something in your days that you would never believe. You would not believe it even if someone told you about it. You see, you don't want to let your hard times keep you from believing in God's peace. God's peace is there and God's peace is available for us. But sometimes we just have a hard time finding it when we aren't actually seeking it. And the best way to find God's peace is to go to Him. Explain the hard times that you're going through. Share your feelings, your emotions, everything that you have going on. Share all of those with Him. Because no feeling is too big for God to handle. No emotion is too much for God to bring peace to. So whenever you have a feeling, whenever you have an emotion, go to Him. Ask God for His peace and ask Him to be a part of your life so you can feel the peace that God brings in our lives. Thanks for watching.